各位觀眾大家好，歡迎收睇26分鐘見證實錄。近年嚟，大溫地區掀起一股跑步熱潮，從清晨嘅海堤到週末嘅社區公園，越嚟越多人都着上跑步鞋，享受奔跑嘅樂趣。有人係為咗強身健體，有人就為咗挑戰自我，亦都有人藉此去結識新朋友，融入社區。呢一股持續升溫嘅熱潮，正係悄悄咁改變大眾嘅生活方式。而家就等我哋一齊去了解一下。
我覺得跑步是一個很流行的現在一個活動。
I try to run every day before work.
Because it's become such a big part of my weekly routine, and seeing some really close friends every week, I almost get a bit upset when I have to miss it for whatever reason.
Keep fit 咯，有一種生活方，一個健康嘅生活方式。不過你可以話一種，所以我係一種都係算做一種positive addiction。
I think everyone knows what's going on tonight, so we do have a track workout that we're going to be doing, led by Canadian Olympian Carrie here, right? Today.
今年6月3號係全球跑步日，傍晚時分，溫哥華南區紀念公園嘅步行徑開始熱鬧起嚟。跑步鞋喺地面上嘅節奏，彼此打招呼嘅聲音，逐漸取代咗白天嘅寧靜。一班跑步愛好者喺呢一度齊集，用一場社區跑步活動連結運動、社區同城市空間。
我覺得跑步是一個很流行的現在一個活動，其實大家都愛跑嘛，然後現在各種各樣的比賽啊，各種各樣的活動，所以我覺得樂於參加嘛。
呢一股跑步熱潮喺新冠疫情之後變得更加明顯，唔少人因為健身室關閉、團體運動暫停而開始嘗試跑步，有人因此養成咗習慣，亦都有人從此愛上咗呢一項運動。
I started running when I was a medical student a couple of years ago. When the COVID lockdown happened, I was going to the gym and I needed another way to kind of de-stress and also find balance in my life.
對呢一位婦產科住院醫生嚟講，每日清晨跑步已經成為咗忙碌工作之中不可缺少嘅一部分。
I try to run every day before work, so sometimes that means I'm running in the early hours of the morning, but it's something that I really enjoy and something that's been able to keep me balanced through my medical training, so it's something I really have tried to keep up.
跑步喺呢一座城市裏面，對唔少新移民或者重新開始生活嘅人嚟講，唔單止係運動，更加好似係一個最容易切入社區嘅入口。透過一條路、一個固定集合嘅時間點，甚至係一個跑步嘅俱樂部，人與人之間嘅距離往往比想象之中更快拉近。
I moved back to Vancouver, 2.5 years ago from Sydney, Australia. I got transferred there for work, and I guess I came back, and a lot of friends, who I've been gone for quite a few years, and a lot of friends, got married, had kids, all these different things, and I was like, well, I really need to find a group of people to hang out with and see all the time, and a bunch of people said join a run club, and it was all over Instagram, join a run club. So I said, why not? So I joined two. There's one called East Van Run Crew. In East Van, they always start at either a park or a brewery or a bar. And then there's Fraser Street Run Club, which trains out of here every Tuesday. And I think just going consistently, I've just really found my people, and a really strong group of friends and a really strong community.
對 Kuno 嚟講，跑步已經變成咗佢每個星期固定嘅一部分，甚至影響到佢點樣安排工作同生活。當佢錯過咗訓練嘅時候，嗰一種缺席感亦都變得格外明顯。
Because it's become such a big part of my weekly routine, and seeing some really close friends every week, I almost get a bit upset when I have to miss it for whatever reason. So I missed Monday and I missed Tuesday this week. I had a board meeting on Monday, and then I had work till 9:30, 10 last night, and I know all my friends are together running, and then they're hanging out after, and I'm sitting at my desk at work going I really wish I was there, So today to leave work a bit early to come here because it's gonna be a big community event, that's really worth it for me. I think I just really prioritize doing that kind of thing.
隨住 Kuno 持續參與訓練同比賽，佢開始發現自己幾乎總係喺一班人之中前行。呢一種由跑步伸延出嘅連結，亦都改變咗佢對呢一項運動嘅理解。
What I always thought was, running is an individual sport. I always thought it's just you and alone. But basically in the past 2.5 years, like I've run a lot and raced a lot, but I've actually never run alone. Like I'm always running with friends. I'm always running with like friends of friends. There's always like a strong community of people. So like there's that element of it, like just being around like-minded people every day. Like that's a really strong memory. Also like racing and going to races, the amount of people in the friend group, in the community that go to watch races, even travel to other cities to like just support you. Like they'll have signs, they'll be there like shoving water in your mouth or feeding you food, you know, as you're like trying not to pass out while running. That's been huge.
而呢一場跑步活動嘅策劃人 Ryan Chiliback 就表示，隨住跑步文化喺城市之中越嚟越普及，跑步團體嘅數量亦都快速增加。從大型集體訓練到小型社群選擇，幾乎每個人都能夠揾到唔同嘅入口。
It's changed a lot. When I first started, there was maybe 5 other running crews or clubs in Vancouver, outside of the typical running room ones or store-led ones. So, back then, you just kind of picked a day of the week, and you went out and ran with the people that could run with you on those days of the week. And since then, especially since COVID and the end of COVID, the running crew community's just exploded. So in Vancouver alone, I think we have over 50 run crews here that all run on different days of the week, and they offer different styles of run. Some of them are more focused on just extreme fun, and others are about coming out and working out on the track and becoming faster. But all of them, at the end of it, share one common thing, and that's the community that's around it. So yeah, I think that's what we're here to talk about today is how important that community is to all the runners, and why every run crew is unique, but it offers something to the individual.
跑步唔只係鬥快，對好多人嚟講，佢更加係一種可以陪伴唔同人生階段嘅習慣。73歲嘅牙醫許振亞就係最好嘅例子。
因為變成一種生活方式啊嘛！你睇下我今年72歲幾嘅，我身材保持同我20幾歲差唔多，冇乜肥喎，係，所以 keep fit 咯 ，OK， 由一種生活方，一個健康嘅生活方式。不過你可以話一種，所以我話一種都係算做一種係 positive addiction， 中文點樣翻譯？即係唔係上癮，但係咧係好嘅上癮。你吸煙啊，或者飲酒唔係好好嘅，一種嗜好 ，OK， 但係好嘅嗜好，唔係壞嘅嗜好，一個健康嘅嗜好。但係你可以練得過龍咧，又唔好咯。我係基本係一個業餘嘅運動員。我哋做牙醫生要 focus 嘅，手震又唔得，眼嗰方面、頭腦嗰方面，長跑俾我一個好 calming effect。你睇我70幾歲有冇手震就咩？要手要定眼亦要好，咁你先要做得醫生啊嘛，做牙醫生係嘛？梗係有幫助啦！我點解我而家做咗40幾年、44年嘅醫生，我想做多5年、10年。
許振亞表示，佢自1980年代加入加拿大軍隊之後，開始接觸跑步，之後長期參與馬拉松賽事。
全世界對馬拉松係好 serious， 即係好想跑得好嗰啲人咧，都係希望會至少跑一次 Boston， 但好多人根本 qualify 唔到，因為佢唔夠快。你要同你同年紀嘅人競爭過每5年咁樣咩㗎？多數人都冇機會跑 Boston， 點解？因為我哋唔夠快啊嘛。我跑咗3次，我係30幾歲跑、40幾歲跑、64幾歲跑 ，OK。咁我而家70幾歲，我想跑多一次，但我而家苦練緊，都唔係咁容易。越老就真係大不如前啦，可以咁講 ，OK。咁當然我有咁嘅跑嘅 ability，OK。咁希望可以喺6個月、1年內突破啦。如果突破咗，甚至我跑多一次，唔係1次係2次都得，因為到嗰陣時我已經差唔多75歲啦。其實75到79歲啦 ，OK。我如果真係突破咗咧，我可以連續跑2個 Boston 出嚟。74歲以下跑一次，75歲以上再跑一次。
對許振亞嚟講，跑步既係個人興趣，亦都係佢高壓專業之外嘅一種調節方式。呢一種從個人出發嘅感受，正好呼應咗跑步喺城市之中越嚟越普及嘅現象。 唔係溫哥華呢一股跑步風氣正係逐漸形成一種社群文化，越嚟越多跑步者唔再單獨去訓練，而係選擇加入唔同嘅跑步團體，喺固定嘅社群之中揾到節奏同歸屬感。
I think at the end of it, there's just no barrier to this sport. You just get a pair of run shoes and you go out and you run, and I think that's the beauty in this sport is that that's sort of the stepping stones to get you in, and then once you see your run crew or you find your running group, they keep you motivated to come out every week. They want to know where you are if you aren't there. We have chat groups going, everyone is connected in some way, and that's just like, it just continues to grow and grow now. So there's many runners that run 5 nights of the week now with different running groups every different night, which is, it's unfathomable to think that, that people have that much time for running, but they also base their entire social lives around it now.
從個人嘅運動習慣到逐漸形成嘅社群文化，跑步咧已經成為咗唔少人生活之中不可或缺嘅一部分。咁當越嚟越多人走出戶外，投入呢一項運動，社區同城市又將會點樣回應呢一股熱潮呢？下一節翻嚟，我哋會繼續探討。歡迎翻嚟節目時間。從個人健康到社區連結，跑步正係融入大溫地區居民嘅日常生活。咁對好多人嚟講啊，佢早已經超越咗運動本身，成為咗連結人與人、人與城市嘅重要方式。咁越嚟越多人喺奔跑之中揾到節奏同歸屬感。咁大溫各地啦，亦都開始思考點樣去營造更加友善嘅運動環境。呢一股熱潮將會點樣影響到社區活動同埋公共空間規劃呢？我哋繼續去睇睇。喺呢一個清晨，鄰近列治文 Oval 體育館嘅一段 River Road， 一場冇門檻嘅社區跑步正在進行。對唔少人嚟講，呢一個唔止係一場運動，更加係一種彼此陪伴嘅方式。
大家一起可以互相鼓勵啊，容易堅持啊。如果你一個人跑，就很容易各種原因偷懶嘛。那你大家一起，你比如像今天 Park Run， 我們有個隊一起招呼大家說 Park Run， 那有些人可能想偷懶不來，一看，哎呀，別人都去了，對，是吧？就一起來，大家比較開心啊。
薛君表示，新冠疫情結束之後，令到唔少人重新走入跑步嘅世界。
我主要是因為疫情以後，我以前是打羽毛球的，後面疫情以後加上腰有點傷，後面就開始跑步。我以前爬山多，就是後面改成爬山和跑步，加上我的職業白天沒什麼時間，我做醫生的，開中醫診所，所以就跑步時間比較自由嘛。
除咗健康同生活節奏嘅改變，跑步亦都逐漸成為一種放鬆與社交嘅出口。
早晨起來在大自然當中跑步，包括我要減肥嘛，所以特別舒服，比自己在健身房裡面的那個悶得出汗要舒服多了。關鍵還有很多朋友一起跑，可以認識很多小夥伴。
咁而喺呢一股運動風氣背後，城市本身嘅環境條件亦都被認為係關鍵因素。
這邊的那個資源條件哈，然後道路建設，就是對跑步很友好。你無論去城市哪個角落，你都可以用跑步過去。就我們就溫哥華很多騎行道，甚至 Richmond 也增加很多騎行道，就對我們跑步訓練來說就特別友好。這也是個原因。
跑步嘅方式因人而異，有人追求自由，亦都有人喺生活轉變之後重新開始。
我是可以一個人穿上跑鞋就到處跑的，所以我覺得這個東西就是你不用約上一個人，另外一個人配合他的時間，然後速度，你就可以穿上跑鞋就走，就是非常快捷方便。然後包括就是有孩子的媽媽來說的話，因為有小孩，每個人我都是有時候是趁他的這個活動課，比如說他有1個小時45分鐘，他在上課，我就在附近就跑了，所以就非常 convenient。
喺便利嘅自然環境同完善設施之下，社區跑步活動亦逐漸成型。
I'm part of a seniors running group here in Richmond, the Forever Young group. We run Mondays and Wednesdays, and we do 10K. And it's a seniors group, and it's great because we get out for social activity. But we were also looking for something on Saturday, and this is a timed run. It gives us a chance to go a little fast. And it's a nice, different community. So I've met lots of other people from Steveston Runners and from the Fraser Street Running Group. And it's a nice community. It's free. There's a lot of people here, and you get to know other runners in the community.
咁樣嘅社區活動唔單止係運動，亦都令到唔同背景嘅跑步者聚喺一齊。咁而喺活動嘅背後，主辦方就睇到係一種更深層嘅連結。
Because people are very friendly, people are very welcoming. If you saw the crowd and the mood, complete strangers talking to each other, saying hello, where are you from? Welcome to Park Run, and the speech and the volunteers who are always welcoming to each other. And even after people cross the finish line, everybody's congratulating. It's very open, positive welcome. It doesn't matter if you run in 18 minutes or if you run in 1 hour. Everybody is just congratulated and enjoying it. Of course, we want to come back because it's such a positive and fun group of people. And then afterwards, we go for coffee afterwards nearby, and it becomes even more enjoyable because it's beyond just the running. It's not just the running anymore. There are people here who have had friendships that lasted for years, only because of Park Run.
正因為呢一種開放同友善嘅氣氛 ，Park Run 逐漸從小型活動成長為城市固定嘅社區運動之一，而佢嘅便利性亦都係吸引參與者嘅關鍵。
Fresh air. You can do it anytime. You don't have to make a reservation or book a time or anything. You can just put on your shoes and run. You can meet with your friends, and it's very clearly a healthy activity. And it's not just running, it's also walking. Very social, and it's very easy to set goals. Doesn't matter what your goals are, it's very easy to set goals and to try to achieve them, or just do it for fun. Running is such an easy and pleasurable activity that it's easy for people to jump in and engage in it. Hopefully it will continue to grow.
隨住參與人數增加，城市嘅公共空間同政策支持，亦都成為咗推動運動文化嘅重要基礎。列治文市府表示，城市嘅戶外設施正在不斷擴展。
We have very extensive infrastructure for people who like to be outside and get exercise and to have recreational opportunities. So you've got 136 kilometers of trails. We have greenways, we have cycling routes. They connect neighborhoods, they connect waterfront, and they connect major destinations right across the city. So if you take a look at the very basic infrastructure, you've got the dikes, which are right around the island, and they offer long, uninterrupted recreational opportunities. If you want a paved facility, you've got the Railway Greenway, you've got the Shell Road Recreational Trail, we have the multi-use pathway on Steveston Highway, we have bicycle routes throughout the city. So we have a great variety of the recreational facilities in a natural setting, waterfront routes, they're flat, they're connected. Everything for the families and for seniors from Gary Point Park, the West Dike, the River Road Dike, and lots of different walking opportunities and a lot of different organized competitions for walkers and runners as well.
但城市發展嘅同時，亦都帶嚟新嘅挑戰。咁當使用者越嚟越多，公共空間嘅壓力亦都隨之增加。
I have noticed changes, and that's the growth in the use of those various the parks and the trails and whatever. We have to keep in mind that it was not that long ago that Richmond was a city almost exclusively of single-family homes. Now we're seeing a great portion of the population that lives in the apartment buildings, smaller units where there aren't as many opportunities privately to have recreational facilities. So people are getting out of their condos and they're getting onto the public areas. And of course, what does that mean? That means there's more people there. They're keeping fit, they're keeping active, they're enhancing their social opportunities, whether they're looking for walking, running, cycling, or outdoor fitness, or whatever they want, that is, not too far from home.
而喺鄰近嘅溫哥華市，公共空間規劃同樣面臨類似嘅課題。咁點樣喺高密度城市之中保留足夠嘅綠色同運動空間，成為咗關鍵嘅議題。
The City of Vancouver and the Parks and Recreation system in Vancouver is almost unparalleled compared to other cities in the world. Very much due in a large part to the evolution of the park system with this amazing waterfront access over the last century. I think that the number one most requested amenity in parks and recreation nationally through my work experience is for more walking and running trails. Like many people play sports, are involved in organization, but the number one activity people want to do is a more individual. And Vancouver with its Stanley Park seawall, 28 kilometers of seaside greenway with this uninterrupted waterfront pathway, including that seawall in Stanley Park. It extends from Vancouver Convention Center around Stanley Park, English Bay waterfront. You have to go over the bridge and along some streets through Kitsilano, Jericho, all of the seaside beach fronts to Spanish Banks Park. That's 28 kilometers, and along the inner False Creek as well. I missed that in the middle there. So we have this unparalleled access for walking and running beside the water. In addition to great facilities within our parks, things like our Langara Golf Course and our Fraser View Golf Course have kilometer-long perimeter walking and jogging trails with more of a nature, quieter experience, and those are great loops for people looking for a long walk or a longer run, in addition to like all of our greenway systems. So we at the City of Vancouver Park Board work quite closely in collaboration with our engineering department. So in combination, what we have in our parks and along the waterfront and our greenways and blueways, a network along our streets make for a really incredible opportunity for short or long walks or runs.
另一方面，列治文市長馬保定表示，城市規劃亦必須同步調整，等空間更安全，亦都可以更持續。
One of the projects we're also working on is on the Railway Greenway. This is a very popular walking and cycling area, and we are looking to install solar lighting in key sections because some of those sections of that railway greenway get very, very dark. And so as a matter of safety, personal safety and security, we're going to be lighting up those areas, but we'll do it in an unobtrusive way, in a way that is not going to negatively affect any of the neighbors or any of the natural environment.
除咗容量同空間問題，城市亦都開始思考另一個方向，就係公平性。
So I think that's core to what we do. I mean, one of I talked about our key directions before is that we want to be welcoming to everyone, and then health and well-being is what Parks and Recreation is really all about. What we're all about, improving the quality of life for residents through access to green space and nature, right? And those equity initiative zones, we call them, those places in our city that probably don't have enough access to green space. The downtown east side is deficient, and so we're trying to find places in smaller ways to provide some green space and connectivity to get to those bigger spaces so that there's a equitable access to green space and quality of life for everyone. So not just some neighborhoods that have a lot of parks and green space and beaches, but really focusing on those neighborhoods that have less and make sure that there's a balance.
從個人運動習慣到社區連結，再到城市規劃與公平使用，跑步已經唔再只係運動本身，佢正在重新定義城市同人嘅關係。
For all those who enjoy the walking and the cycling and the running infrastructure that we have, I hope that you make full advantage of the opportunities that are presented. I know that they are very, very popular. And if you go right back to the beginning when the dike system was built, it certainly was not envisioned that that would be part of the recreational situation here in the city of Richmond. But it just grew up, and people enjoy the atmosphere and the opportunity to be on the dikes and to take other situations and do the running. So we've got something for everybody, and I think people are enjoying it. Every member of the family, from the youngest to the oldest.
好啦，今集嘅節目時間差唔多啦。咁如果觀眾對我哋嘅節目有啲乜嘢意見嘅話，係好歡迎大家以電郵嘅方式同我哋聯絡㗎。我哋嘅電郵地址係 mag26@fairchildtv.com。如果觀眾想上網重溫今集嘅節目，亦都可以上到去我哋嘅網站3w.fairchildtv.com， 點擊節目重溫一欄就可以睇得返㗎啦。下星期同一時間再同大家見面，晚安。